Welcome you all to the next graphics session. Today we will be dealing with a few topics. Among them, the first one is scan converting points. Now what is it? Scan converting points means digitizing points. Okay, now why do we digitize points? Suppose I wish to draw a line on the screen. We all know that a line is a sequence of points. That means many points constitute a line. Okay, so let the points be 1 0, 2 1, 3 2, 4 3 and 5 4. When these points are plotted one by one on the screen, you will get a line drawn on the screen. So in this way, using sequence of dots, you can draw any picture. It may be a line or a polygon or any figure, because any picture drawn on the screen is a collection of dots, okay, or a collection of points. Now how can you draw a picture on the screen? Okay, so to draw a picture on the screen, first you have to write a graphics program. And this program clearly specifies which all points need to be plotted on the screen. So whichever points are to be plotted on the screen need to be clearly specified in the graphics program. Once the program is ready, the display processor will read the graphics program and will digitize the program into its corresponding binary information and store it in a temporary memory called frame buffer. Okay, and the process of digitization is called scan conversion. So in this way, any number of points can be scan converted and stored in the frame buffer. Once the frame buffer is ready, we use video controller. What will video controller do? Video controller will read the values from the frame buffer. If it is a 0, corresponding pixel will not be plotted. If it is a 1, corresponding pixel will be plotted. So depending on whether a 0 or 1 is stored in the frame buffer, the pixels on the screen will either be plotted or will not be plotted. So in this way, all the values from the frame buffer will be read by the video controller one by one, and the corresponding information is plotted on the screen. So once all the information is read and the information is plotted on the screen, you will find a line displayed on the screen, because we have written a program to draw a line. So in this way, depending on the graphics program and depending on what picture you wish to draw, corresponding information will be stored in the frame buffer, and depending on what information is stored in the frame buffer, a picture will be displayed on the screen. So this process is called scan conversion. Okay, let me tell you one important thing. Suppose the point is specified like this: plot 2.6, 3.1. Instead of specifying integer values, I am giving floating point value. Is it possible? No, it is not possible. You cannot specify floating point numbers as arguments. Why? Because first argument indicates the column number, second argument indicates the row number. So row and column numbers are integer values. These cannot be floating points, so it is not possible. So if it is given, if we are giving floating point values, what will the system do? System will convert it into integer values. That means integer of 2.6, integer part of 2.6 will be taken, which is 2, and integer part of 3.1 will be taken. Integer of 3.1 is 3. So this indicates, even if you are specifying a floating point value, using type conversion, we can obtain the integer value of those arguments, and the final pixel will be 2, 3. That means you cannot plot floating point values. Arguments always have to be in integer format. Okay, so this is all about scan converting points. Now a small topic, tiling. What is tiling? This is a region. If I am trying to fill this region using rectangles, if I am trying to fill this region using rectangular patterns, then such a filling is called tiling. Now what is hatch filling? Hatch filling means If I am trying to fill an area using set of parallel lines, or I am trying to fill an area using crossed lines. Either parallel lines or crossed lines are used to fill an area, then such a filling is called hatch filling. Okay, so now let us move on to a different concept, which is about colors. That means, is it possible to combine two colors? Yes, it is possible to combine two colors. How can we combine two colors? Let us see. Consider two colors, color 1 and color 2. The binary equivalent, we know that every color can be represented in its corresponding binary format. So, color 1 has a binary value 1010 and color 2 has a binary value 1100. Now, let us see how these can be represented. This indicates that first pixel is to be plotted, second pixel is not to be plotted, third pixel is to be plotted, and fourth is not to be plotted. So as per the binary code, since it is 1, first pixel is plotted. Since it is 0, second pixel is not plotted. Since it is 1, third pixel is plotted, and since this is 0, fourth pixel is not plotted. So color 1, its binary equivalent, and this is the representation of color 1. Okay, now let me explain color 2. The binary equivalent of color 2 is 1100, which means first two pixels are to be plotted. First pixel is plotted and second pixel is plotted. And the next two pixels, that means third and fourth pixel, are not to be plotted. Third and fourth are not plotted. In this way, we have two colors, their binary equivalents and their representations. Once again, I wish to say, this is the position of first pixel, this is the position of second pixel, position of third pixel, and position of fourth pixel. Let these two colors be the background color and the foreground color. Okay, so let these two be the background and foreground color. So I am going to combine the background and foreground colors. Let us see how. There are two different methods. One is using Boolean operators to combine colors, or I can use a replace operation. Now, what is this replace operation? Replace operation means replacing first color using second color. That means first color will be completely replaced by the second color. So if I am having background color and foreground color, background color will be completely removed and the screen will be painted using foreground color. So this is what is meant by replace operation. A color is replaced by another color. Second method of combining two colors is using Boolean operators. So using Boolean operators, we can also combine colors. Let us see how. There are three different Boolean operators: AND operator, OR operator, and XOR operator. Let me explain the working of AND operator. How can we combine two colors using AND operator? So as specified earlier, I am using the representations of two colors. This is the representation of first color and this is the representation of second color. So these are the two color representations. This is the binary equivalent of first color and this is the binary equivalent of second color. So I am also using the binary equivalents of these two colors. Okay, so AND means two color codes are ANDed together. I am ANDing the binary equivalents of the two color codes. Now, how can AND operation be done? What is the rule of AND operation? You will get an output 1 only if both the inputs are 0. That means if all the inputs are 1, only then you will get an output 1. Okay, once again I will say, when all the inputs are 1, you will get an output 1. So when you will get an output 0, if any of the input is 0, then output will be 0. I will explain the rule once again. While performing an AND operation, you will get an output 1 only when all the inputs are 1. Otherwise, you will get a 0. So let us check. Here we are having two zeros. As per the rule, when the inputs, any one input is 0, you will get an output 0. Here also one of the input is 0, so the output will be 0. Here also one of the input is 0, again the output is 0. But in the fourth case, both the inputs are 1, so output is 1. So after performing an AND operation, the output is 1,0,0,0, which means first pixel is to be plotted and second, third and fourth pixel are not to be plotted. So this is the representation after combining two colors using AND operation. As per the output, first pixel is plotted and all the remaining 3 pixels are not plotted. Okay, so let us move on to OR operator. OR operator again takes the binary equivalent of two colors. Rule of OR operator is you will get a 1 when any one input is 1. That means if any of the input is 1, you will get an output 1. And when you will get a 0, you will get a 0 only when all the inputs are 0. This is the rule. So let us check how it works. These two inputs are 0. Definitely the output will be 0. Here one of the input is 1. Output will be 1. Here also one of the input is 1. Output will be 1. Here also in all the inputs are 1. So definitely output will be 1. So the result of OR operation is 1,1,1,0. Clear? So as per the result, first 3 pixels have to be plotted and the last pixel is not to be plotted. So see, first 3 pixels are plotted and the fourth pixel is not plotted. So I hope the rule is clear to you. What was the rule of AND operation? You will get a 1 only when all the inputs are 1 and you will get a 0 when any of the input is 0. What was the rule of OR operator? You will get a 1 when any of the input is 1. You will get a 0 when all the inputs are 0. Okay. Now the third operator is exclusive OR operator. Exclusive OR operator also takes the binary equivalence of two colors, and the rule says you will get a 0 when all the inputs are same, and you will get a 1 if the inputs are different. Let us check. These two are zeros. That means the inputs are same. Then the output will be 0. Here inputs are different. One is 1. This is 0. Inputs are different. So you will get a 1. Here also inputs are different. So you will get a 1. But here the inputs are same. So you will get a 0. So the rule is you will get a 0 only when the inputs are same. If the inputs are different, you will get a 1. So after exclusive OR operation, the output is 0,1,1,0, which means first pixel is not to be plotted, second and third pixel are to be plotted, and fourth pixel is also not to be plotted. So in this way, when you use Boolean operators like AND, OR and exclusive OR, you can combine two colors and you can have different combinations of same colors. You are using same colors, but depending on the operator you are using, you can get different combinations of colors. So in this way, it is possible to combine two different colors either by a replace operation or by Boolean operators. Hope the concepts are all clear to you. Thank you.